Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius September 12, 2022. The Sun heads into your solar 8th house today, and will travel through this sector of sharing and intimacy for a month. There can be a stronger focus on emotional or material support in your life, power dynamics in close relationships, and personal development within. You crave deeper connections to people or projects in the weeks ahead. You have the chance to make lasting improvements to your life by going deep. It can be an excellent time for exploring a particular topic of interest in more depth. Your private world assumes more importance, and you notice the hidden elements of circumstances and people around you. Today, however, you might come to a satisfying agreement on broader issues with a significant someone. If your lover and/or romantic interest has been hogging the spotlight of your life as of late, things are about to change for the better. This is especially true when considering the Sun's shift into centrally driven Pisces and your intimate 8th house of mergers, shared resources, and collaborations today. Have you been depending on the opinions of others when it comes to a particular decision? The Moon's shift into Pisces and your communication sector will enrich your mind with new perspectives, some of which may require you to put in work. But if the love is worth the squeeze, then, you know what to do. How can you stabilize your financial transformation? Today, the Sun leaves your opposite sign, beginning a fiscally focused astrological season. Pisces season is the time to ambitiously work on your investments, loans, funds, and assets. You may feel more stable by paying off debt and adjusting the loans that you have. Now could be the time for you to solidify your retirement plan, like committing to a fund. Sales, mergers, and other lucrative opportunities could arise through work. Regardless of what happens, take a slow and steady pace when considering your options. A lot of activity could be taking place in your neighborhood today. If you live in a major city, perhaps a movie or a news event is being filmed nearby, and the crowds are gathering. Don't be too shy to go out and see what's going on. If you don't live in a major city, this could be something as innocuous as new power lines being installed. Either way, expect a lot of excitement. Enjoy your day. Your open manner is reflected in your private life, taking pleasure in talking to new friends and exchanging points of view. Your friendly attitude could turn spontaneous chats into long-term friendships. Your family is very satisfied with these changes and enjoys your positive charisma. No matter how clearly you articulate what you're looking for, no one seems to understand. Why don't your friends see what you see? And why is it taking so long for someone who meets your standards to come by? Connecting with those people you admire most, you cannot help but make it obvious you fancy them. Your honesty and charm provide you with a pleasant naturalness that helps you succeed, and you flirt in this way. Your tenderness and sensitivity lets you get away with this direct approach and make headway. Don't take no for an answer today. Know what you believe in and stick with it. There is a distinct advantage in holding true to your inner nature. Don't let others throw you off course with their views of how things should be done. Be confident and don't worry about taking things over the top. There is no such thing as excess on a day like today. The more the merrier should be your motto. Use the energy of this day to look for unconventional ways of handling things. This can open up whole new possibilities for you. This vibration enhances your ingenuity and, given enough time to approach things in a creative way, you may even surprise yourself. You are one of the most inventive personalities there is, anyhow. Allow the effects of the energy to see you make even greater strides. Be sure to brainstorm with others if you hit a block. Just days before Venus and Jupiter are due to return to your relationship sector, the Moon not only wraps up its monthly visit but will spend its final hours here aligned with the dwarf planet Eris, the warrior princess of the cosmos. After banking the reality checks from the Sun's recent visit and with a new starting point, the Moon can fuel your emotional and passionate responses in a way that brings a reminder of what you are fighting for when it comes to what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Just 3 days before Venus, the planet of love is due to return to your relationship sector. The moon wraps up its monthly visit, leaving you more emotionally engaged than just a few days ago. This is something you need to hold on to ahead of Venus' return, just as the stars align to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together. Our eyes in the sky. Thoughts and emotions that you've pushed to the back of your mind are likely to creep up on you, but responsibilities could get in the way of processing the emotions. It might be difficult to focus on tasks that need to be completed, so pace yourself and focus on your breathing if you begin to feel overwhelmed. Unfortunately, a link between the moon and Neptune could make reality seem a bit harsh, and the desire to disconnect could be real. Avoid engaging with thoughts of fear or unworthiness by being gentle with yourself. Ground yourself often to reconnect with grace and softness. Luckily, this energy won't last into the evening. The moon connects with the North Node in Taurus, giving your mind a chance to reorganize and find clarity. Any harsh lessons you encountered during the day can be resolved with logical solutions, especially if you talk out your situation with a confidant. A helpful connection between the moon and Uranus can reunite you with your motivation and drive, reigniting some much-needed passion in your heart and mind. Before bed, be sure to journal any emotional or mental breakthroughs you had today so you can relax when it's time to get some rest. In the pre-dawn hours, the Pisces moon brings to manifestation intentions set during the August 27th Virgo new moon. The new moon suggested that certain habits required refinement or outright elimination for the sake of our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Yet, at this time, we are shown that trying to eliminate every stressful aspect of our lives only perpetuates an austere lifestyle that is just as severe as the one we left behind. Now, we are encouraged to have a little faith and imagine life's possibilities. Only by balancing practicality and idealism can we find our center. The moon is conjunct Neptune, intimating that spiritual and creative practices can aid us in achieving equilibrium. The moon's sextile to Uranus additionally prescribes a dose of excitement and novelty. Our stress has come from being in a mundane loop. Now we can enchant our life and provide ourselves with stability by giving it the one thing that cannot be bestowed materially, meaning. In the late afternoon, the moon sextiles Pluto. This transit assists in elimination and regeneration processes, so it is a perfect complement to today's full moon. At this time, we can tap into greater subconscious insights to steer our spiritual growth. Trusting our intuition proves cathartic and transformative. Relationships holding us back from embracing our power can be released, while those which support our journey of self-discovery can be met with greater appreciation. The moon then enters a void period lasting 6 hours.